All right, first up for 12U Georgia is number 8, Pate Wright. Number 7, Bailey Rowell. Number 20, Stormy Morris. Number 27, Sydney Smith. Number 13, Madison Quick. Number 14, Jocelyn Quick. Number 99, Savannah Lewis. Number 24, Maury Bailey. Number 17, Amaya Caroline Broadbent. And number 6, Hallie Kate Cowart. Manager, Sue Quick, and your coaches are Jay Broadbent and T. Bragg. First up for your team is going to be number 23, Ava Walker. 14, Emma Sims. Number 12, Abby Stonehouse. Number 3, Kylie Binkley. Number 7, Ashlyn Gerald. Number 2, Hadley Phillips. Number 27, Presley Strickland. 26, Adeline Stratton. Number 4, May Lewis. Number 10, Presley Patty. Number 9, Emma Matthews. Manager is Derek Phillips, and your coaches are Brandon Gerald and Kevin Binkley. Give it up for your Tennessee and Georgia teams. Good luck, girls.
Good morning, softball fans. Still a little bit of morning left in there, so good morning to you from Tioga, Louisiana, here in the heart of central Louisiana, where it is time for game number 2 in this one. This is the state champion from Georgia. They're out of Burke County in this one, and the state champions out of Tennessee by way of Pleasant View. Pleasant View will be the home team in this. They're wearing their white with a powder blue and a definite UT orange that is on there, their numbers and socks. The team from Georgia in the red pants, white pinstriped jerseys with red numbers and set to go, waiting on this to get started. They're having the umpires meeting there at home, and we invite you, if you're following along anywhere that you are, whether it's Facebook or whether it's YouTube, or check out our Roku app. It is brand new. Just go and anywhere you search 446 Sports and you'll find us. But we're getting ready to bring you game 2. Congratulations to Duplin County, North Carolina, as they won their first game. Advance. They'll play at 10 o'clock tomorrow. The winner of this one will move on to play at noon tomorrow against the loser of that. I'm hearing echoes, and it's my own. Yeah, and it's my own fault. So let's get out of that, and that'll probably help things a lot. Anyway, we told you they will move on and play the loser, the winner of Minden. The loser of this one does. So anyway, Minden and Columbia. There you have it, getting ready to get things going. Georgia's the visiting team in this one. I am Doug Gann, 446 Sports, alongside of Chuck Perkins, and we will bring you all of the action. Wright, Rowell, Morris, Smith, Madison Quick, Jocelyn Quick, Lewis, Bailey, Williams, Broadbent, and Cowart, your lineup for Georgia. Defensively, the Tennessee 12U's look like this. Over in left field, that is Presley Strickland. In center field is May Lewis. Right field, Adeline Stratton. At third base, it's Ava Walker. Shortstop is Kylie Binkley. Second base, Emma Sims. First base, Hadley Phillips. And the battery today for the Tennessee 12U state champions. Behind the dish is Abby Stonehouse. And in the circle, Ashlyn Gerald. And on cue, that Tennessee team makes its way out there on to the field. Again, these games stay up forever, so you're welcome to check back in anytime that you'd like and watch them again. Go back to the hotel tonight before you make it out into the community and have dinner or whatever you do, and do that. Chuck, what's going on your side?
Oh, I was going to give him the KALB first alert weather forecast.
Okay, go ahead.
Hot is it, and definitely it says it's 90 degrees. It feels like it's 100 with a dew point of 74 degrees, humidity at 60%, which is pretty high. Wind at north-northwest at 7 miles an hour. The sunset, which we won't see in this game, is set at 8:14. Now, chance of rain, again, we won't see in this game, but they have moderate rain begins at about 6 o'clock this afternoon.
We should be, for all intents and purposes, just about out of here by then, however. But down to one camera today because of the rain, today and tomorrow. Once the rain chances get out of here, we'll put that center field camera out there for you. But I think you'll be able to have a good look at everything here. Finishing up her warm-up tosses is Ashlyn Gerald, and she'll get her team surrounding her there. Catcher Abby Stonehouse goes out to visit. Leading things off, due up in the top of the first, Pate Wright, Bailey Rowell, and Stormy Morris. Shortstop, center fielder, and extra hitter, respectively. Sit back and enjoy this one. We are delighted to bring you softball, 12U World Series action for the Diamond Youth softball. First pitch to final out. That Utes. What is a Ute?
Ute.
Pate Wright will lead things off and get things going. First pitch was scheduled for 11:30, and it is set to be delivered by Gerald right away at 11:53 we go. 11:53 was first pitch in this one. They started it when the warm-up, so there's about 3 minutes gone. So officially the clock starts there, and there is an opposite field smash from Pate Wright. She is going to end up on first base there as it drops in front of the right fielder, Adeline Stratton, who will come up and get it back in. Good piece of hitting to go there. And we saw the bulk of the hitting in that first game was a lot of opposite field hitting. These pitchers are trying to work away and work away and work away. Bailey Rowell will see what she's able to do with it. She is a center fielder for this Georgia team out of Burke County. Now, the Burke County fans are all on the Facebook page enjoying that and all around, so a big shout-out to Burke County. Off and hitting, and boy, that is a good throw down there. It's going to have her. Looking to check to see if she's got the ball, and does, and that's an out. He's coming in, show me the ball, and does. Tremendous shot from behind the dish by Abby Stonehouse. Chuck, do you have that ready to go?
I can get that. Hang on just a moment.
Let's see that one. We'll store it around.
I did.
So in 0-1 or 1-0, that one swung on and missed there. That'll even things up at a ball and a strike to Bailey. But Pate Wright was off and running, just a dime down there from Abby Stonehouse to get the out. Misses inside and off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. A lot of good movement on that pitch from Gerald.
I got it when you're ready.
That one bounces. After this batter, Chuck, we'll go back and take a look at that stolen base, or that caught stealing.
Where are we at in the count? Because I was working on that.
3 balls, 1 strike. That is going to be ball 4, and as she makes her way down there before Stormy Morris arrives, let's take a look back at that caught stealing, Chuck, to Burke County. Off and hitting. Boy, that is a good throw down there. It's going to have her. Looking to check to see if she's got the ball, and does, and that's an out. He's coming in, show me the ball, and does. There we go, back to Stormy Morris. She's the extra hitter. That kind of a lot of movement off the plate. Started out of the inside and worked its way across the plate for the strike there. Another runner at first base. We'll see if Georgia stays aggressive and goes after that caught stealing. Boy, we saw North Carolina in their first game just extra base after extra base after extra base.
Well, that was easy for you to say.
Yeah. That one misses inside and steps off. Boy, Chuck, as I look around here, and we're very familiar with Ward 10. It's our home area here in central Louisiana. Parking lot just full of vendors and tents and people looking for parking spots and kids walking around. Just a great day to be here in Ward 10. That one is a strike, and down on strikes. Good-looking pitch there. So Rao down on strikes.
That is number 27.
And that
Smith. With number 13, Madison Quickland Dick. 2 out.
That is 27. So Stormy Morris is down there, and there's 2 outs in this one. We had the first one that was there. That's right. So this is Sydney Smith. Good looking pitch there, and she's got a lot of spin on it. Just after that first base hit, Gerald has come back and been spinning the ball quite well. Sydney Smith, the catcher, that's another one. That ball sits inside and just breaks back over the heart of the plate. Good looking curveball.
2-2 on the count with 2 outs.
Rocks back, delivers this one, hangs on to the changeup. That's up and away. Good, often going on the pitch. Still had an opportunity. That ball nearly went into the outfield, but the pitch slipped. So behind the dish, Stonehouse did not really have an opportunity for it, but that's where that humidity comes into play that's out here, Chuck.
Yeah, shortstop came over and made sure she got a glove on the ball to keep it from going into the outfield. Did a good job for her.
Ground ball over to first. So you talked about it being 91 degrees out there, and it feels like 100. I'm going to tell you that escalates about 10 degrees more when you're on this turf. So you got to feel it's down there on the field where they're at, the sweat and the humidity, it's about 110.
And it ain't even noon yet.
Swung on and missed and down on strikes, and Ashlyn Gerald finishes that one out with a strikeout. Let's take a look at that strikeout, Chuck, before we go to the break.
Hang on.
See, he's got this new toy, and so we're working on it, and we're going to see if he's able to, in fact, do that. I don't know if he was keeping an eye on it or not. He spoiled us there. He missed and down on strikes, and Ashlyn Gerald finishes that one out with a...
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at
When I turned off.
That one fouled back.
Now I'll give it a few seconds. It'll be back up in a moment. And I don't have a recording, so.
Okay. We're getting back momentarily, we do believe. Up.
Folks should be able to hear you. It'll be up and running. It should be up and running now.
Okay.
I mean, it's not to their stream yet because of the 90-second delay we have.
Right. Nothing like power and technology wreaking havoc on things. That one is ground over to first base. It's going to be a base hit there from Lewis. That is a base hit, so that'll put Lewis down to first base after a couple of strikeouts, and will bring Maury Bailey. And there we are. We're back just in time to see that base hit. So there you go. Everything is back up there. We'll check the website and see what it's looking like. Nothing like a little power outage. And we're back up on all of our channels. So we're excited about that. Got through the power part of it, and glad that you're here with us. Still, we are in the top of the second. It's scoreless. The runner at first is Savannah Lewis. Thank you, Blake. We appreciate that. Let everybody know that one is swung on and missed, and that strike 2. 63 minutes to go in this one. So through the start of this game to where we're at, about 30 minutes have gone by. That one is lifted out into the left field. That's going to be a base hit by Maury Bailey. And that'll get runners at first and second for Amaya Williams. And Georgia looking to do something a little early in this one. Appreciate the work that Chuck did to get us back up and going.
Anything for our viewers, Doug.
Look, I'm telling you, a power outage is a terrible thing when you start looking at all the buttons and all of everything that needed to go and stop and move, and a lot of working parts to bring this to you. But we're back and happy to have you along with us. Again, leave us a message. Let us know who you're cheering for. We'll go back and look at a lot of those. If you are on our Facebook, we invite you to go and follow that. Getting close to 12,000. And love to have you a part of that. This is Amaya Williams, we told you, the second baseman. She hits 9th, so Caroline Broadbent and Hallie Kate Coward would be next. Broadbent has looked impressive. She has 3 Ks in the circle for this Georgia team. And one thing we've seen, Ashlyn Gerald just spins that softball so well.
3-1 is your count.
Again, we'll look ahead at some of the bracket things. Fills the count up, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The winner of this will go on to play the noon game tomorrow, right here on Field 4, both today and tomorrow on Field 4. Good changeup. Wow. We've seen curveball, we've seen spin, we've seen rise, we've seen everything. That was just a pretty changeup. We'll keep it right here and kind of get back to a look at the game or the inning that you missed. So due up for Tennessee is the 5-hole hitting pitcher, Ashlyn Gerald. She'll lead things off. Ava Walker led off for Tennessee, and she struck out. Emma Sims struck out in the 2 spot. Abby Stonehouse walked, stole a base, and then Kylie Binkley struck out as well. So 3 strikeouts for Caroline Broadbent in the top of the first. We'll see what happens when she comes back out here. She'll face Ashlyn Gerald, Hadley Phillips, and Presley Strickland here. Think that everybody is back up and running everywhere.
See if I got that strikeout for you there, Doug.
Good changeup. Wow. We've seen curveball, we've seen spin, we've seen rise.
Yeah.
There you go. Instant replay brought to you by BU Designs for all of your specialty personalization needs and spirit shirts and all that. McCall BU Designs. You can find her on Facebook. The 2 pitchers in this game just have been so solid. One of those coming to the plate in the form of number 7, Ashlyn Gerald. She threw that nifty changeup to end things. Mm-hmm. And we'll see now. This is certainly a battle as Caroline Broadbent has struck out all 3 outs. Boy, Gerald taking a mighty hack at it. Misses that one, though, strike 1. It might be one of those she could drive opposite field.
Oppo.
Bottom of the second we play. Scoreless in this one. That is a ground ball over to first base, opposite field. Going where the pitch was thrown, and Gerald a good piece of hitting. She's got Tennessee's first base hit.
Yeah. There's been several shots that have made it between first and second. I mean, they're both in good spots, but
throughout
it's just finding its way right between them.
Well, look, and a lot of these pitchers like to throw that pitch that drifts away from the batter. They're squared around, but it's popped up. That's going to be a double play. They'll turn and throw back to first base. Oh, and it's thrown away. Had all the makings of a double play. And able to dive back in there safely was Gerald. Gerald's off and going on the pitch. So that's going to be a bunt out to the catcher, and that was it. Good work by her to come up and get that. And Presley Strickland now will stand in there. But take nothing away from Georgia's third baseman, Jocelyn Quick, and shortstop Pate Wright as they go over to cover second base because nobody had been there, and it was an opportunity for Gerald to get up and go. Had that base stayed unattended, it didn't, she didn't, and strike one is taken. Well, that had sure double play written all over it, but was thrown over the head of the first baseman, just over the outreach glove.
1-1.
Beautiful Thursday here in Tioga, Louisiana, right off of 165. They call that the Monroe Highway. We take it easy on naming our roads over here because the one that goes up to Monroe, let's call the Monroe Highway. The one that goes to Shreveport, what's it called, Chuck?
Shreveport Highway.
There you have it. What's it called if you're coming back here? Are they both the
Shreveport
Alexandria Highway?
Yeah. And the one going to Lake Charles is called the?
Lake Charles Highway. There you have it. So.
And one going to Baton Rouge?
3 balls and 1 strike
Go ahead and
on this one. 1 down. Old Mooresville Highway. See? There you go.
Different road.
Been impressed with the work here. That one is out. That's the throw was down, but ball 4 was there, so the runner was going anyway on the base on balls to Strickland. So no stolen base is credited there to Gerald. She moves over on the base on balls, and Adeline Stratton, the right fielder, she wears number 26 for this Tennessee team out of Pleasant View.
And she's looking at her over there on second base. She's looking at her arms from sliding, thinking, so why did I have to slide?
Right. Well, you love the effort.
Yes.
Well, that wind, we watch it in the flags that are out there, and the flags from each of the teams, the state flag of each of the teams that are participating in this, and that's one of the great things of the World Series is, and these type of events is you have those flags that are out there representing every team that's still active in the games. That one smoked down the line and foul over into the gate in front of the first base dugout. But the wind is picking up because a lot of that tropical stuff that's going on is the outer stuff starting to hit here. Expecting that it has stayed along the Gulf a little bit, so don't expect the big named wind event or any of that, mercifully. But there is a lot of rain in the forecast for tomorrow, but it ain't a rain out till it's a rain out. That's right. What we know. So as long as games are playing, we're here covering. That one up and inside, and another walk, and that's going to load them up with just 1 out for May Lewis, the center fielder, will make her way in there.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Doug, but I was just looking at the weather app. 91 degrees now. Feels like 102 now.
So our calculations were a little off on that turf, and I'll tell you about that too. It's about 15 to 20 degrees hotter on that turf. So these young ladies that are not familiar with that type of heat and humidity, it makes things difficult for them.
Right.
That one off the plate away. 2 balls, no strikes here in this one. Bases loaded. Infield in, trying to cut off a run at home. They know that runs with these 2 pitchers throwing at a premium. So early here in the second inning, that Georgia defense is drawn in, trying to cut a run off at home. But it's got to get a pitch thrown across the zone. That one up and out of the zone, and that's going to be an RBI base on balls for May Lewis.
That puts the first run on your Wallace Associates scoreboard. You see at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen.
Presley Patey will strand in there. Again, that infield stays drawn in. That strike is thrown. So good for Broadbent to settle back into that one. Broadbent struck out the side, but walked one back in the first. Now she's walked 3 here. Swung on and missed there. And nothing in 2. So whatever she did, she figured it out here on this batter. You're at 10 and 11 in the lineup. That one bounces up for ball 1. A lot of softball going on around the city. They've got stuff going on over at Ward 9. Now,
Yes, they do.
all of the championships will move over here. Sunday, Monday, how they are. And down on strikes goes Patey. And that is the 4th strikeout registered.
That is number 9, Emma Matthews, with number 23, Ava Walker on deck.
Emma Matthews come to the plate. Infield will stay drawn in. Again, trying to keep it at just that 1 run. Check swing. Nothing doing there, and ball 1 is called. Just settling in on what is 20 or so games over the next few days here in the 12U bracket. Good looking pitch there is in there for a strike, and that is 1 ball and 1 strike.
1-1, you're right.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. Bottom of the second we play, 1-0. Tennessee has the lead. Swung through that one, and 1 ball and 2 strikes. Apologize for the stoppage in it earlier. Power went out here at the ballpark, but we're up and going now. Swung on and missed. And down on strikes, and that will retire the side. Chuck, do you have that strikeout? No, he doesn't. We'll be back right after this.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Top of the third we go here at Ward 10. The home team in this one from Pleasant View, Tennessee, is in the lead 1-0. It was a bases loaded walk there. Caroline Broadbent had ran into a little bit of trouble in that inning. Couldn't find the strike zone. Came back to strike out the last 2. But it is 1-0. Georgia will try to get back going in this one. This is number 12. Caroline Broadbent, who is the pitcher for this Georgia team out of Burke County. A lot of Burke County folks watching. Hello to you guys out in Georgia. One misses out of the zone. The pitching in this one has been pretty solid. We are in the top of the third. That one misses, and that was a good-looking pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. Gerald was wondering where it was as well. Throws that one outer half and finds the black on the plate and gets that one 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, welcome to all of those folks that have come into Central Louisiana. If you're looking for a dinner spot and something to do tonight, there's live music and some of the best Cajun cuisine you will find out at Quibido's right on 165. Go by there and check them out. 165 is that highway that you come into the ballpark on where the hotels are that you're staying. And Broadbent down on strikes. Another one for Gerald, and she is rolling them up. This is
I apologize. That's number 6,
Hallie Cade
with
Cowart
Kate Wright on deck.
will step in. Gerald has been throwing the ball just very, very well. And Chuck, it's tournaments like this that if you've got a good, solid pitcher that can do what she's doing, you give yourself a great opportunity.
Yes, indeed, and just being able to weather the weather at this point.
Yeah, and that's what these young ladies are used to, because most all of them play the travel ball as well, play that club ball, and they're used to playing several games in a day.
You know, when the power went out, the fans that are powered by the power went out, but it didn't. It kind of ignited some of the fans. It turned some of our fans on here.
Yes.
You started hearing them a little bit, which is rightfully so.
Swung through that one and down on strikes, and Gerald with back-to-back strikeouts again, and she is really starting to roll them up.
Number 8, Kate Wright is your batter with number 7, Bailey.
Peyton Wright was trying back up. She had a base hit back of the first and was caught stealing. Her shot off the glove of Gerald. She's going to field it not in time. That's a base hit. I mean, that went right off her glove, so it was definitely a difficult one to get to.
Yeah. Just her footwork was off balance a little bit from after delivering the pitch, but threw that glove out there, stopped the ball, just couldn't get her footwork back around to get over there to it. Just balance at that point, but great job.
Number 20, Story Morris on deck.
This is Bailey Rao swings through that one. Bailey had a walk back in the first inning, so she's nothing on the day. Looking through here at some of the things, and Gerald impressive in this one. She has 7 strikeouts through 2 2/3 innings. Just the lone walk.
Oh, they wanted that one to drop in there, but
just did not, and so 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Beautiful pitch, though. Good one to get them to take on it.
Gerald rocks back, fires that changeup. Strikeout number 8. Let's take a look at it as we go to the break.
Good one to get them to take on it.
Gerald rocks back, fires that changeup. Strikeout. Caroline Broadbent out for her 3rd inning of work in this one. This Tennessee team staked to a 1-0 lead. Getting things ready to get going here, and that is Ava Walker. Ava Walker, the third baseman, and this struck out in that first inning, as a lot of them did. Broadbent was firing there in the first, and she's back on as she faces them for a second time. It's a good-looking bunch. You got to... Yeah, there was no chance that was going to stay fair. no matter what, and shaken up behind the plate just a little bit on that collision with Sydney Smith.
And the collision was with one of her own players.
Yeah,
there.
it was with the pitcher there. They were both coming in, but you just didn't know. At first, you thought that ball perhaps could have spun out of play, but it didn't. It just sat there, and by that time she had to get it, and she and Broadbent kind of collided, but she's okay back there.
On a grass field, maybe, but this turf kind of plays some difference with the spin on that ball.
I'll give that a base hit, and Emma Sims, who struck out on the first, is there, and we'll see what kind of aggressive. That's up and away. No chance at the throw out.
Nice throw down there.
It's a tremendous throw from Smith behind the dish, but that ball was up and away to her glove side and had to come around and throw, and it just wasn't a chance with the speedy Ava Walker out on first base.
Yeah. Just a great on-target laser throw, though. I'd give her that for being so off balance.
Trying to bunt again, and good defense put on by that Georgia team as the third baseman came in charging. That was Savannah Lewis, and Wright was right over there to cover the base and not give anything up. So good work defensively, fundamentally sound, knowing the bunt coverages. It's up again, same play defensively put on. Charging in from first base is Madison Quick. And Sims standing in there. She's looking at a 3-0 count. Nobody down here, bottom of the third, trying to push another one across is this Tennessee. And it's bunted up, it's caught. Nobody's going to be out at second base. And Smith does a good job of hanging on to it because the bunt coverage was on. Second goes to cover first. Shortstop goes to cover third. That leaves that wide openness there in the middle of the field. So a double play wasn't going to happen. But good work behind the dish by Sydney Smith. And that will bring Abby Stonehouse to the plate. She walks back into first. That's and it gobbles up. They've got to play around to the plate. Now caught up at third. Smith throws down to third. They'll work it back to home. You got to run that runner back to third. Smith has found her way all the way back, but you don't mind that. If you're going to let someone back in safely, you want them back in safely to the base they came from and not the base they're going to. So it's a good job of running back to third. But I'm going to tell you, I have been so impressed with the play behind the dish of Georgia's number 27, Sydney Smith.
That was good infield rotation there by this Georgia team as well, rotating the players around into the pickle aspect, if you will.
All along the way, Abby Stonehouse makes her way out to second base. Following that, and that's going to bring up Kylie Binkley.
Up to that is number 3, Kylie Binkley with number 7.
Stonehouse has been on base both times. She walked back in the first. And the base hit there. So 1 for 1, been on base twice here and is over at second base now. That one bounces in front of the plate. Going to be a play at the plate right in front of us. Going to safely slides in front of it. The ball was there, but just a great piece of work by Ava Walker to slide in and score there. I mean, the tag was just waiting, and she gets in there and slides in. Second run of the afternoon now as we switch over across the noon hour, nearing 1 o'clock here Central Time. And Stonehouse all the way around to third base now. She's just 60 feet away. That one down on this Ward 10 turf, and off she goes again. And look, I just don't know about it. He doesn't want to give the run up, and I get that because that would have allowed the run to score. Ashlyn Gerald, a big opportunity to help herself out here. She leads it 2-0 and dealing in the circle. Base hit would score a couple. That one bounces up there. Coming up next, the team from Mississippi, Columbia, state champions of Mississippi, and Minden out of the northeast portion of Louisiana will do battle in that one. State champions here right next to each other. Across they go. The diamond to first, and that one thrown away. So it's going to be an error on the play, but both runs will come in and score. Gerald down at second base. So put the ball in play and make things happen. And this Tennessee team now is on top 4-0 here in the bottom of the third.
And with one out, coach is calling them to the circle here.
Yeah, this is Coach Quick is going to make his way out to just visit and see what's going on before this one gets away from him. But if you're looking around ahead in the brackets, of course, Duplin County, North Carolina won their game, and they will play at 10 a.m. tomorrow. They beat Fairview, Tennessee, 21-3 in that game. Fairview will go on to play the 4 p.m. game tomorrow. Right here on Field 4 is what it is. And if you look back at this game, the winner of this game plays at noon. The loser of this game will go on to play the 6 p.m. game tomorrow night against the winner of Headland, Alabama. And the host team in this one, Tioga.
I was laughing. The coach came out and brought some water there for them, and she offered to the other girls, and they're like, they already put their mouth on that bottle. But she was offering it to pour it, so, yeah.
The game inside the game.
That's right. That's right.
Again, we've got 90-minute time limits. They're going to run for the pitcher, and that will be the courtesy runner is the last batted out.
Number 12,
and that is going to be
14.
number 14, Emma Sims. Sims, the lone runner out at second base. She is the courtesy runner for Ashlyn Gerald, the pitcher.
Getting a good lead off there.
Yeah. Pesky little base runner. She makes, just keep an eye on her. And boy, if you get your mind off of pitching and on that base runner, she's done her job. Swung through that one up top of the strike zone. Broadbent gets the strike there, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
What you may not know, Doug.
That one off the plate, going to get to the fence, and Sims will make her way to third. Yes, Chuck.
When I was PAing before you had me join 446 Sports, I PA'd over here for Tioga and a couple of other places as well. But I had this thing, and this is what you inherited. I'm just going to tell you.
Oh, gosh.
I had
I apologize.
between inning jokes.
Yeah, we're not having those here.
I would read off of Laffy Taffy's a lot of time, the jokes.
Yeah, still not doing that. That strike is there.
3-2 is your count.
3 balls, 2 strikes here in this one. Broadbent trying to keep it right here at 4. Just 1 down in this one. And that one is ground over to second base. That'll get a run in. Sims comes around to score, and that's an RBI. And it goes to 5-0. Well, you look at the work that Ashlyn Gerald is doing in the circle, and you get her 5 or 6 runs, you think you've got a good opportunity to advance into winter play.
Even though it's summer, right?
Winter.
That's what I said.
I know.
It's just season you.
Broadbent rocks back, delivers this one here. Swung on and missed. And Strickland, this is Presley Strickland. 2 down, bottom of the third. We play 5-0. Tennessee has opened it up here with 4 runs. They lead it in this one, 5-0. Again, we are 446 Sports. Delighted that you have found us. Where did we get the name 446 Sports, you asked? It comes out of Ephesians chapter 4, verse 4 through 6. We invite you to look it up. Good looking pitch in there for the strike. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down. Deuces wild once again across the board. Broadbent will try to keep it right here and give that team from Georgia an opportunity to get back going. Bounces that changeup up there. Wind certainly picking up and blowing a lot more than it was this morning. The American flag high atop the fence in center field is completely unfurled in this summer afternoon. That one fouled back, and they'll replay the 3-ball, 2-strike offering. Sun's starting to get outside of the clouds here now. Mostly cloudy sky across Ward 10. That one's in there. Change of pace is there for the strikeout, and we'll get a chance to take a look at that one as we go to the break. Golfing. Sun's starting to get outside of the clouds here now. Mostly cloudy sky across Ward 10. That one's in there. Change of pace is there for the strikeout.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
There's a reason why more of your friends and neighbors talk about their cataract surgery at Wallace Eye Associates. They know our tradition of eye excellence spans decades. They also know how committed we are to our local community. If you're ready to have your vision restored through modern cataract surgery, call us to schedule your annual cataract evaluation. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
And we're back here, top of the fourth. We go Ashlyn Gerald out there for her fourth inning of work. That Tennessee team struck for 4 runs in the bottom of the third. This is Stormy Morris, the extra hitter. Will stand in and play. YouTube channel very active. We appreciate the folks that are there. We'll mention some of there. Tina H is watching. Chelsea G and Susan Johnson, Leanne Boyer, Kinsley and Lisa, Chaleli, is that close? Courtney Scott and Suzanne Frank and Kayla Bez and Teresa Reynolds, a lot of them out there. Hopefully while you're over here, you'll go out there and that one lifted high on the left field, camping out under that one and making
nice snag.
Making a catch that turned out to be a good one. Presley Strickland overran it a little bit in this high sky out there, and that did it. Amanda Robb says, let's go Sydney and Burke County. Izzy and I are cheering y'all on. Bring home that Georgia win, she says. Let's go PV. Yeah, absolutely. They're just firing in. Picked up a donation on one of our other sites, so we appreciate that as well. All of those that are on our YouTube channel have picked up and subscribed, it looks like, so we appreciate that. If you haven't done it, jump in there and do that. This is Sydney Smith. She's the cleanup hitter and the catcher. And we told you the way she plays that game, she's a good one. While her career later on, she is just scrappy behind the dish, without a doubt. That one pushed foul. So
back over in that.
Wendy Morris, we're watching here. She says, let's go, Georgia. Shack it off and show them what you got. I think she meant shake it off, unless that's a team thing, and I love it. So that's cool, but might have been a misspell. Travis Comer said, let's go Tennessee. That one bounces around, and 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, definitely an active crowd out here. And again, our YouTube channel, when you subscribe and hit that notification bell, it's going to be there. We invite you to get an opportunity. If you've got a Roku television, go to the App Store and add the 446 Sports channel. Much clearer view that is there. You'll love that one. I don't think the one on YouTube is that bad.
No, it's not. There is a slight crisp difference between the two. Didn't
And
really
you can
notice.
go back and watch it too anytime you want, because they stay up forever on our YouTube channel. That is there. A lot of folks watching this one, and we certainly love that. We play on in the top of the 4th. That one lifted out to center field. It's going to drop in front of the Tennessee center fielder, May Lewis, for a base hit. And Sidney Smith continues to do big things for this Georgia team, trying to get things started. Well, if you're starting a team out there and you say, look, give me the spark plug, give me that person you want to build your team around, I think you go to 27 Sidney Smith and you grab her and get her on the team. Knows how to play the game without a doubt. Harold takes the mask off, and she'll wipe the perspiration on that. What is about 120 degrees on the turf out there. If you're unfamiliar and you're watching along today, where is Tioga, Louisiana? Where are we at? If you go to Louisiana and you look right in the middle of it, Gerald rocks back, fires this one, bounces it up there. If you look right in the middle of the state, Red River separates Alexandria and this side of the river, and that's where Tioga is. That is a bases loaded, that is a ball 4 and a walk to Madison Quick. Will bring Jocelyn Quick.
Tioga is a community located in the metropolitan area of Ball, Louisiana.
That's going to do it for Ashlyn Gerald. Pitch count may have got her there, and Coach wanting to hang on a little bit too, or not wanting to see anything, but a good high five given there. Some water coming out to Gerald, and it looks like they have brought number 3 in, Kylie Binkley, off a shortstop to pitch, and she's going to get loose in this one and get ready to go. This is a pitching change here.
I'm sorry, I said metropolitan municipality of Ball.
Yeah, you
Yes,
did.
I'm
That
sorry.
was metropolitan
that was a
in
stretch.
Ball, Louisiana. Is
That's a stretch.
Burke County Recreation Department is watching. So
Nice.
big shout out back there to Burke County in Georgia.
Maybe
is where
they got
they're
it on the TV down there and they're watching.
They could have it out there.
I mean, powered
Over
their
on,
Roku
yeah.
TV.
So we've got some that are watching on our Facebook side of it too. Mallory Smith says, "Let's go, girls." 446 says, "Power outage at." Oh no, that was a little earlier.
Yeah.
Appreciate Kristen Smith who kept folks up and let them know that the place was out of power. Heather Hardiman says she's going for BC. Jolene Dixon, let's go Georgia. Blake is enjoying. He said, get some fun play calls early. Yes, it is, but you have no idea how it goes from there. It's like pruning a tree. You got to cut it back. Standing in there now is Jocelyn Quick. She takes that one from Kylie Binkley, who moves over to shortstop. Responsible for the runners at first and second is Gerald. She has made the move over to first base. Or a little sidearm curveball is what that was. I'm telling you, that was nifty.
Fouled off.
So, they're telling you just a lot of vendors, a lot going on here. Yeah. This is good. I saw a group had come down from Tennessee that was selling some woodworking that was down there. Had some custom wood things, a little wooden bat and stuff like that, so that was neat. Quick is going to be down on strikes, and there's a swung on at that one, and there is a snap throw back.
2 and 2 as you count.
Yep. That one driven off into the gap in right. Center's going to drop in. Going to wave the runner around. Got to play at third. No throw is going to be there. Coming in, boy, that throw back to the pitcher. And now got a runner going down to second base. And that was just good work by Jocelyn Quick to get going. And she is fired up out at second base. First run across the board. It is 5-1 in this one now. And it will bring up Savannah Lewis.
With number 24, Maury Bailey on deck. 1 out.
This Georgia team has responded well in this inning to the 4 runs put up in the bottom of the third. They go to the top of the fourth. Got about 25 minutes left in that one. That's that big sweeping curveball that's thrown. She almost throws it sidearm when she comes out of there. Kind of slings it around. But boy, is it effective off of the hand of Kylie Binkley. Oh, that's a changeup. Looked like
just
it
missed off the plate.
It dropped in, yeah. Well, this Burke County fan base is fired up on YouTube, no doubt about it. There's a strike and a snap throw down to third, not in time. Tennessee is.
She was walking off.
She stepped off the base. Thought she was out, so she stepped off and started walking back. Thankfully, the ball was back in the hand of the pitcher.
2 and 2 she count, Doug.
Well, misses inside, 3 balls.
There's that pitch again, like you said, that sidearm shot. That was awesome.
That's the first sort of sidearm sweeping pitch that I have seen.
Yes.
In the time, and I've not been covering, so I won't say in all my days or any of that, because I've not been watching it over probably the last 3 years that we've picked up and added it to what we cover here at 446 Sports. Also, you can check out the Pelican Softball Report that is year-round coverage of softball in Louisiana. But that's the first one that I've seen that kind of sweeps in kind of like a sidearm pitch.
Oh, on the foot.
That one gets Maury Bailey on the foot, and she'll head down to first base, and that'll load them up. So we just barely even get to announce her in the box, and that'll bring up Amaya Williams, number 17. And I know that's going to make Samantha Blackburn happy. She's watching there, and she says, Amaya, number 17, Mommy loves you. So proud of you.
Nice.
So she's back home in Georgia watching this one, and that one sweeps across the plate for a strike. 5-1 here in this one, top of the fourth. Boy, Georgia looking to do some damage. That one up and out of the zone. A little bit of off speed. Took something off of that one and doesn't quite reach the plate. Gets this one at 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs in this one. The runners will be off and going on a ball hit. Swung on through that one and evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Binkley trying to pitch her way out of this on in relief of Ashlyn Gerald, who was amazing. There's that sidearm sweeping pitch and down on strikes, and that'll leave them loaded for Georgia in the top half of the fourth. We'll move to the bottom of the fourth. Tennessee coming up. 25 minutes of game time to go. Chuck, what do you have on that last strikeout? Trying to pitch her way out of this on in relief of Ashlyn Gerald, who was amazing. There's that sidearm sweeping pitch and down on strikes.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Adeline Stratton, May Lewis, and Presley Patey due up for Tennessee in the bottom of the fourth inning. They lead this one 5-1, and that one is poked over to first base where it's going to be gloved on the backhand side by Madison Quick. Did a great job of getting over there, fielding with that big first base miss.
Tracked it down nicely, kept an eye on it, and ran over and made that snag.
May Lewis will step in. Broadbent needs a good quick inning. That bunt is laid down. Broadbent's got to fire away, and she throws it down the line. It's overthrown, but nowhere to go. And boy, made a turn back in, did Lewis, but it's okay. That's another base hit.
Yeah, they threw it down to second to protect there. So
those that are watching, there is a 15U Pleasant View team playing. They're playing Arkansas. They're up 6-0 in that game. So thanks, Dallas Buckley, for that update. Down and heading to second base. Ball's going to bounce around, and that is a stolen base there for Lewis. Presley Patey stands in there. And a strikeout early on. She lays this bunt down. Going to spin around as Broadbent. This time that one thrown away, and that's going to score the run. And just putting pressure on the Georgia defense is this Tennessee team going small ball, small ball, small ball. We have seen in just the four teams that we've seen play, we've seen some different styles from each of them. This Tennessee team likes to lay that bunt down.
Make you make the play.
Tried to bunt that one and missed through that. That is Emma Matthews. Struck out back in the second inning. We go bottom of the fourth in this one. Tennessee leads it now 6-1. Tennessee had two teams in this one. The runner-up from Fairview is where they were from. They lost in game one. So Louisiana has a couple of teams in this one, in this 12U bracket, and Tennessee has a couple of teams in it. This one from Pleasant View. Georgia, that one popped up. Again, if you're looking ahead, you've got Mississippi and Louisiana coming up. State champion Columbia, Mississippi, and Minden out of the Ruston, Monroe area around there. If you look at the north I-20 side of it, and that is down on strike, shows Emma Matthews for her second time today, and that'll get us back to the top of the Tennessee lineup. And number 23, Ava Walker.
I don't know where you left off on YouTube comments, but Heather Bozeman said, let's go applesauce.
Applesauce, indeed.
Yes.
Okay. Boy, they look, and we appreciate it. The more and more just your comments, that's what keeps us going here in game two of what is about 20-something games. Throw down. Oh, that just safely and took that. Somewhere, there's a coach really upset about not, chopped off the base, about not sliding in this. And I've not seen a number of the kids slide when it's come down to situations like that.
Yeah, that was a close one. She did get to the bag before she made the tag, but it was there for her to make it.
That bunt pushed foul again, and you can see what Tennessee's MO is just to try their best to get this ball on the ground.
Somebody named Potato said, let's go P Money.
2 down in this one. Ball and 2 strikes, the count. 6-1. Tennessee leads this one. Broadbent fires that one, swung on and missed. And down on strikes goes Ava Walker for the second time. Take us to the break, Chuck. Count. 6-1. Tennessee leads this one. Broadbent fires that one, swung on and missed. And down on strikes goes Ava Walker for the second time. Take us to the break, Chuck. Top of the fifth we go on a beautiful sunny Thursday afternoon, mostly cloudy, partly cloudy. I don't know. Anyway, it's sunny where I can see, but if I look off to the left and right, it's a lot of clouds moving in ahead of that tropical stuff that's supposed to bring in some rain. Good news is a lot of that wind and things that they said was coming is not. So we're probably going to get some rain tomorrow. Caroline Broadbent will step in to get things going. She'd like to help herself out. Very impressed with the starting pitching of Ashlyn Gerald, but coming on in relief, Kylie Binkley doing big work for this Tennessee team. And that ball to a left-handed batter is one of those that just dives into the hitter. So she starts it out across the plate, and that's why it's so tough on a right-handed batter, but it dives into that left-handed hitter. That is, she just owns the outside corner, does Binkley.
Got a comment from Nana's Porch with Cindy B. Says, let's go BC, put the metal to the stitches. I guess we're watching from Nana's Porch.
That's right. That one lifted high, turning around and banging into the umpire, and he's part of play. That's just that's unfortunate, but he's part of the field.
Yeah. He almost caught in his mask.
Right. Yeah, when it twists around, you don't have any opportunity to get there. Broadbent will stand in there now with a little reprieve. Pops this one over the shortstop, and it's going to be gathered in there. Out at shortstop by... Okay, Hadley Phillips has moved over from first base over there when Binkley came in to do that. So if you're watching on there, we appreciate you doing that. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Trying to get over 12,000 followers before we get out of here this weekend. That one fouled off by Hallie Kate Cowart. So we've covered a lot of softball there, and I had not heard the name Hallie Kate before.
I'm not.
And that's the second one now that I've seen that's called Hallie Kate, Hallie Kate. The other one is up at Quitman. She is a rising sophomore there at Quitman, part of that state championship team in Quitman. So there you go. Swung through that one. If the pitching stays like this for this Tennessee team, this is a group that can make a pretty good run in this thing.
Yeah.
Swung on and missed, and down on strikes goes Cowart, and that'll get back to the top of the lineup and Pate Wright. Haven't seen the clock move any off that 25 minutes out there. I don't. That's over to second base. Going to be gloved. Got to get quick, though. Made it out safe. I mean, just hustling down the line was Pate Wright. That was a ball that was ground over to second base and kind of sat back and waited on it instead of charging up on it, and that allowed Wright to hustle all the way down.
Yeah.
So they'll go to 123. So on my clock, there's about 12 minutes to go, roughly, of game time in this one, as we are in the, what are we in, Chuck? Top of the fifth?
Yeah.
Top of the fifth. They're scheduled for 6. Swung on and missed. And look, that pitch that is coming in from Binkley, she kind of comes off sidearm, and it just ducks over the plate. One of the better pitches that I've seen. One of the most different ones. Kind of turned that one over a little screwball effect, does it look like.
Mm-hmm. Morgan Bell says nice snag shortstop.
Swung on and missed. A throw down to second base.
Hung on
Not
to
in
the
time.
bag.
Yeah, that's what you got to do is hang on. Calls time. And good work. Hustling
slide.
down from first base to second base. This is Bailey Roll. That is Rowell. That is in there. Rowell.
Turf sliding, a true art. It's like slip and slides back in the day.
Swung on and missed away, and that will do it for the bottom or the top half of the fifth. Pitching has been solid for Tennessee in this one. They lead at 6-1. About 15 minutes to go in this one, Chuck. Swung on and missed away, and that will do it.
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new hook and ladder subs.
One with pickles marinated in Last Dab Reaper sauce to test yourself.
And a milder one with crispy garlic chips if tests aren't really your thing.
Find out how hot you like it for a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community's spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our
Back here in the bottom of the fifth we go. I'm Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins with 446 Sports. And this is why we love our Facebook and YouTube nation. So we talked a little bit earlier about the young lady Bailey, Rowell, and said it's Rowell like growl. So there you have it. We won't do that again. We won't have that issue.
Thank
and
you,
you look back, it doesn't have enough EAUXs in the name because that we could handle down here in the Bayou in the Pelican State.
Yes, indeed.
But Rowell it is. Ball on the field down at the end.
That left field line.
They're down, getting loose and hitting, and that one comes onto the field. So good job to jump out there and call time. We play bottom of the 5th, 13 minutes or so remaining in this one. Tennessee has Emma Sims. She came on and ran earlier, scored that 6th run of the game when she came on to run for Gerald, as a matter of fact. Caroline Broadbent still in the circle. Goes up and out of there, and this infield is drawn in, and they have went to try to cut that bunting off that has helped to get Tennessee that big lead.
3-0. I missed one. 4-ball walk there, Doug.
And so what you start looking at here now is you're scheduled for 6-1 in this one. 12 minutes remaining in here. They'll play a complete inning unless the team is ahead, and so then you wouldn't need to. But you're getting into a point where Georgia has got to hold Tennessee off the board here and come back up and try to get something going in the top of the final frame. Winner of this game, we said, let's take a look back at the bracket. Winner of this one will play tomorrow at noon. They will play the loser of the Alto, Texas, Saluda, South Carolina game. And the loser of this one will, let's see where they move on down to. They play the 6 o'clock game tomorrow night against the winner of Headland, Alabama, and Tioga, who is the host team in this one. That one thrown behind, just a bit behind Stonehouse. Abby Stonehouse makes her way in. Game 2 of 5 today, so we're just getting up and going. Broadbent will rock back and fire this one. That is a walk, and boy, they're going to second base. Sims kind of got caught in between whether she was going to slide or it's ball 4, and lucky she didn't get hurt in that. And also, if you put a big inning together here, they're going out to bring some water. It looks like, I don't know if got maybe some blood on her. She's looking at her elbow like she got stung out there in center field is what happened.
Well, sometimes you get a stinger in your elbow, but that was really a stinger in your elbow.
It was. I'll allow that one.
I was trying not to be so silly.
I know, but support crew is here for you, and so that's what happens. So they'll get a replacement there. Stung by a wasp out in center field. Interesting.
The lady that has the key to the padded room and the straitjacket is here.
I put him in a closet over there. Back to action we go. 10 minutes remaining on the clock. Tennessee will try to bat that long. Georgia trying to get them out and just have one more at-bat as Kylie Binkley, who came on in relief of Ashlyn Gerald. Those two have combined for 12 strikeouts in this game over the 5 innings. 12 strikeouts over 5 innings. That's been the difference in it. That one is pushed down the first base line. Going to be foul.
Foul, yeah.
Picked up just as it went foul. It's Madison Quick that is over there at first base. Oh, he thought it was rough this morning. It just starts, the heat starts to climb. I think it's 94, 95 right now.
I just looked at it. 92 feels like it's 104.
104, which would put you, again, about 120 on that turf.
Yeah, or 125, somewhere that way.
Right.
What's 5 degrees, huh?
When you're over 120, you're exactly right. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody down here. Bottom half of the 5th, swung on and missed, and that will be the first out recorded on the strikeout of Kylie Binkley and Ashlyn Gerald will stride in. She started out, she had 8 strikeouts in the game herself. That one over to the tag there. She ran out of the baseline, so he's calling her safe, but it looked like she may have run out of the baseline a little bit to avoid the tag, but nobody's really having a discussion of it. And so the run, they're going to go and they're going to discuss it just a little bit. He's going to come up and he's going to come in and they're going to bring the home plate official in to look at it. I don't know that he had as good a view. Home had a little bit better view of it because he ran out of the baseline to the near side. Don't know what they'll call it on this one, but it did look like she perhaps avoided the tag a little bit by running out of the baseline. We'll see. They'll get together and talk it out. Not regardless of the call, they get together. And he does it. Yeah, that's the call that is right on there. But what I like about it the most is they got together and talked about it, and that's the key. And so now Tennessee's coach will come out and talk about it a little bit. And again, if you're Georgia, I think you'd just rather settle this quick and while you've got some time left on the clock. Not drop dead innings, so they will get to complete their inning if they get back up to bat in the top of the sixth. That one bounces around, and that'll get a throw down to third. Bobbles around, not in time.
One 0 is your count. Base runners advance down to second and third now.
That bunt is popped up. Broadbent's going to have it, and that will retire the side. So win, lose, or draw, we're going into the final half of the inning as Georgia will come up their final opportunity. Chuck, let's see that bunt one more time.
Count. Base runners advance down to second and third now.
That bunt is popped up. Broadbent's going to have it, and that will retire the side. So win.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Kylie Binkley back on for her third inning of work, looking to finish things up here, but that Georgia team is not wanting to go away. They're going to come up. They're going to come up hacking. This group from Burke County has been solid. You know that they're going to come out. They're going to come out scrappy in this one. Coach Quick, give them that pepper chat. Mama knows you can. There you go. Look, you guys that have been a part of this broadcast, even if you don't have a team playing in it from here on out, come back and stick around. Just join in there. There's a lot of great softball. I just enjoy visiting with all of you. Hit that subscribe button before you get out of here. Keep the likes and the comments coming. That does plenty. That one from Binkley inside. And this is Stormy that is up. Stormy Morris comes to the plate. Fouls that one off. It's Stormy Morris, Sydney Smith, and Madison Quick. So you got 3, 4, 5, 6 due up for Georgia. Definitely the group that can get in there and do something. But it's just a dominant pitching performance out of that Tennessee group. That one is lifted high. Third base is drifting over. It's going to drop. Foul ball is called because it was touched in foul territory. Doesn't matter if it rolls back fair or not. Once it's touched in foul territory, it's a foul ball.
Good call by the umpires there, being spot on, looking down the line.
They've done a great job today. This team out of Pleasant View just looking to hold on here and move over into tomorrow's action with a 1-0 record.
Made my wife giggle a little bit there at the end.
Swung on and missed there at one, up and down out of the strike zone. 12 strikeouts on the day for this Tennessee pitching squad. Has just been solid there. This now will be Sidney Smith who strides in. And again, very impressed with the play of Sidney Smith. Mississippi, Louisiana coming up right after this one. Backhand by Binkley, turns and throws, and that's a beautiful one. Chuck, I'd see that again if you have an opportunity for that. Backhand by Binkley, turns and throws, and that's a beautiful one. Good looking play there, and quickly 2 up and 2 down. Kylie Binkley looking to make quick work here, throws that one outside, but Madison Quick is not done in this one. Young lady that got stung by the bee, we don't have a number on her, but they're checking on her down in the dugout. That one swung through. 1 minute of time left, but it's not going to matter. This is the final half inning or inning if they come back in this. Binkley lets that one out a little early, and it rolls up to the front.
Time on our broadcast, we're not in any. Okay. Just thought about what you had said earlier. Just want to make sure you weren't.
That strike is there. No, we gave plenty of time on these. That went over to third base. Got a play there. Coming across the diamond. Up and not going to control it. Madison Quick is going to be on first bank, and that'll bring Jocelyn. That will bring Jocelyn up. Jocelyn Quick now stands in there. Madison and Jocelyn hit 13, 14, hit 5 and 6 in the lineup. So just trying to get something going. As long as you've got an out remaining, you've got a chance. But the pitching of Tennessee has just been solid in this one. That one pushed foul and out near field number 1. I guess that's field number 2 on that side.
I think so.
Up at the top of the hill, needless to say. Boy, you look out over this where the baseball field is, a number of fields out here at Ward 10 Rec Complex. That one is fouled back to the wall, and 0-2 quickly. Kylie Binkley trying to finish things off for this Tennessee team. She came in relief of Ashlyn Jarrell, who was solid, who now resides over at first base. 6-1. There's the pitch up and out of the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch is back there. That one also up and away. Certainly appreciate everyone that is tuned in to watch this one. This one crushed out to left field, is going to drop in for a base hit. Gets by her a little bit, but not far enough for the run. Oh, she's going to try to go as Quick. Sliding in ahead of that, and just tremendous base running by Madison Quick. Following that drop in front of the left fielder, a base hit for Jocelyn. Now you've got runners in scoring position for Savannah Lewis.
Heads up play there by the base runner to get on the way there and watch for the coach waving her on. So.
It's not. Yeah, it's not drop dead. So time has expired here, but they do complete the inning. Shannon Ward has got to be the most dadgummit comment. She says, even though at the beach, I'm watching this.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what we like to see and hear. I'd rather watch that Tennessee team than be in the water. There you go. Now you can do both. Just keep your phone with you there. That strike is thrown across there.
Not sure if I have the count right. I have it at 1-1, but there we go, 1-2.
This Pleasant View team trying to get out of this and move on to tomorrow. That one is pushed foul as well. This Georgia team from Burke County showing a lot of fight, a lot of heart, and a lot of resilience, and they're not going anywhere quietly.
There's one flag that has slid down there at the back wall. I don't know if you noticed that.
I see it now. That one right back
right
up the middle is a base hit, and that's going to score 1 run. They're going to wave around the other quick, and that's 2 runs coming across there off the bat of Savannah Lewis. She scores Jocelyn Quick and Madison Quick, and this thing quickly has got to a 6-3 ball game here in the 6th. Chip and the cherry, you just need to have an out remaining, and you got an opportunity in this game. This is Maury Bailey that will step in.
Shows 2 outs on the board. Am I missing? I thought I only had 1.
2 outs.
Okay.
That one lifted over to third base, comes around and gets it. And that is the ball game. Pleasant View, Tennessee wins this one. They will move on to play at noon tomorrow against the loser of pool game 4, which is Alto, Texas, and Saluda, South Carolina. Burke County, Georgia fought back hard in this one, but they lose it 6-3. They will play tomorrow at 6 o'clock against the winner of Alabama and the host team, Tioga. That will do it. Congratulations to the team from Tennessee, Pleasant View, as they move on. We'll see you back here for the next one. All of you that joined us for this game, come back and watch Game 3 after this one. We'll be right back, and we'll be back as soon as this one starts up. Got to look at a new broadcast. For Chuck, I'm Doug. God bless y'all. We'll see you in a bit.